This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome to News 25. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day 2021. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
Thanks for joining us on Ace Country Radio and KPVM TV. I'm Missy Kohler. Today is January 18th.
Well, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a day that we honor and remember Dr. King and his legacy. Many have taken to social media platforms to post their favorite quotes. Dr. Martin Luther King was murdered in 1968 when he was 39 years old. Today, he would be 92. Many honor Dr. King by giving back in a day of service. King said everyone has the power for greatness, not for fame, but greatness, because greatness is determined by service.
President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris will be inaugurated on Wednesday at noon at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. Tickets to the inauguration were extremely limited due to COVID restrictions. Instead of a traditional inaugural parade, the Bidens will arrive at the White House with a presidential escort consisting of representatives from every branch of the military. A virtual parade showcasing communities across the country will be televised. Comedian Jon Stewart, the R&B band Earth, Wind & Fire, the 90s rock group New Radicals will perform. The New Radicals will be reuniting after 22 years for the event. It also will feature performances by the University of Delaware and Howard University marching bands who represent Biden's and Harris's alma maters. The parade across America will be live streamed at 3:15 p.m. on the Biden-Harris inauguration website and the President's Inaugural Committee's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch accounts.
And a weekend fire destroys a trailer and other property at a Pahrump home.
Early Saturday morning, we were dispatched a report of a structure fire. Crews arrived on location and found a fully involved set or group of trailers that were placed in close proximity to create a single residential unit or group. There was also 3 vehicles in the immediate area. The fire is under investigation, but it's thought to be accidental in nature. A group of transients historically have been placing these trailers in this particular area. And last year we had a similar type of fire involving a travel trailer. Same outcome, non-hydrant area, late night. If it weren't for the neighbors discovering the fire, it could have been, again, a much different outcome. A lot of people walking in the area throughout the event. It was kind of a strange situation. But overall, successful because there was no injuries and there was no extension of that fire to any other properties. The resident wasn't home. He did not know at first that there was a fire. He discovered some flame that was extending within. And it was also, we couldn't rule out the possibility that he was using open flame within the structure for heating purposes, since there was no utilities to the property.
It's not every day you see a plane making an emergency landing on a roadway, but that's exactly what played out early Saturday afternoon in Pahrump.
We were responding to a report of a motorcycle accident with injuries. As we were proceeding to that, we were notified of a plane making an emergency landing on Game Bird in the area of Malibu. We responded and found that incident as reported. Luckily, the pilot did an excellent job and landed in an area where he didn't have any obstructions on either the wing sides and no overhead obstructions such as wires.
Yeah, luckily this is a nice straight shot. Not a lot of power lines or anything else, so it gave him probably the best road he probably could have grabbed to land on.
There were no injuries, there was no damage to the plane other than what they believed to be a mechanical failure, which prompted the landing to begin with.
After the emergency landing, the plane taxied to the fireworks launch site where repairs were made. According to FAA records, the plane is registered to Derek Abramson of Lancaster, California. It's unclear if Abramson was piloting the plane. Early Monday afternoon, authorities blocked off a portion of Game Bird Road so the pilot could once again use the roadway as a runway, this time to take off. The FAA is investigating the incident.
Stay with us. We'll have more News 25 coming right up.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 10,054, open to our veterans and our community. Stop by or give them a call.
Welcome back. Apple is spending millions to help entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground, and Johnson & Johnson reports manufacturing delays for its COVID vaccine.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Apple is investing in entrepreneurs. The tech giant is giving $60 million into a new round of projects that level the playing field by putting that money into venture capital funding that backs entrepreneurs of color. Some of the money will be invested in Pahrump Capital in New York to help get minority businesses off the ground. J&J is facing delays as the drug maker tries to manufacture doses of its COVID vaccine. According to the New York Times, manufacturing is now behind by 2 months. Johnson & Johnson is striving to get nearly 1 billion doses onto the market by the end of the year. That stock is up 7% for the past 12 months.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
A man claiming prostate issues has been arrested for alleged indecent exposure.
On January 6th at 1:25 p.m., sheriff's deputies were dispatched to a domestic at Smith's Supermarket on Highway 160. The report came from an anonymous caller stating that a male had been threatening a female in the parking lot for 10 minutes. The male was reported to be standing next to a yellow pickup truck. Upon arrival, deputies noticed a man, later identified as Eric Alvarez, standing next to the described vehicle, partially facing toward the vehicle and looking down. Unaware of the deputies' arrival, Alvarez allegedly proceeded to urinate on the ground next to the vehicle in an area easily viewed by the public. The pickup truck was parked in the gravel area on the south side of Matthew Street. The front of the truck was facing Smith's parking lot, also the same direction in which he was urinating. Taco Bell, the Smith's parking lot, and an occupied jewelry store on Matthew Street were in clear view of his position. When officers asked Alvarez what he was doing, he allegedly replied, "I'm peeing," and explained that he had prostate issues and he couldn't make it to the restroom inside of Smith's. Alvarez was placed under arrest for indecent exposure and taken to Nye County Detention Center without incident.
Well, the Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award is presented to a local resident who goes above and beyond to serve our community. The latest recipient is well known to many motorists who travel back and forth to Las Vegas. Cheryl Anderson stopped by the KPVM TV studios Thursday to receive her award. Cheryl does the Pahrump Road Commuters Report, and she also does a whole bunch of giveaways there, and you let people know about what's going on the roadways all the time. Even Nevada Highway Patrol and the Board of County Commissioners recently honored you for manning that Facebook page and doing all the things that you do. How's the Facebook page going now?
It's good. It's slow. I miss all of the getting to post everything for everybody, and I literally went through kind of like withdrawals for a minute because I miss the people and the smiles and the waves and all the posts. It's kind of almost too quiet right now.
I know that Nevada Highway Patrol was even saying that they even used your page there to find out about things on their own, because it seemed that the people who were driving through, they have videos, they have pictures, they're telling what's happening on the road from here to Las Vegas for all the people that travel that roadway. And all the giveaways that you do, tell everybody why you decided to do that.
Well, I just have a heart for community, and everybody's struggling, and sometimes it's just a little thing. Sometimes it's just a gift card for gas, or maybe it's a gift card for AutoZone for new windshield wipers. And everybody needs something, and giving is something that we can do for our community, and it is contagious.
And with that, we have this. So this is the Andre Butch Harper Act of Kindness Award, and this was developed by Butch Harper, and I'm not sure if you know who he was, but he is a veteran who created this award, and it's something, since he's passed away, that myself and Dr. Tom Waters carries on. So we give this to people who go above and beyond, and we're kind of be giving you this award. Thanks so much for everything that you do.
Oh my God, thank you so much. You guys are a great part of the community, and Deanna, you do so much as well. I just want to tell everybody thank you. It's been a year, and I'm incredibly honored. I'm a giver, so it's hard to get things from people, but I just want to thank you, and I thank you for all the work that you do tirelessly too, because that's your heart as well. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everything that you've done. The lives that you've probably saved with all the donations that you've done. You may never know, but I'm telling you, it's a huge deal. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
Part of the December Producers' Choice Awards show held in Pahrump honored public service. Sheriff Sharon Worley surprised Captain David Berukowitz with the Command Excellent Award that night. She spoke of his contributions to Nye County and all that he has done for the community. While keeping busy with the activities of the Sheriff's Department, Berukowitz also completed his law degree. News 25 spoke with Captain Berukowitz on the events on the red carpet.
So I was really touched, and I certainly wasn't expecting it. And I don't know what else to say. It was very emotional for me. I've worked hard for her, and I appreciate her and all she's done for our agency, and I thought it was a great opportunity for where she expressed that back.
An operations officer has to have innovation, high reliability, leadership qualities, a sense of organizational engagement, be able to talk to customers, be able to see what needs to be improved, and he has to strategize. He became the focal point of everything that was going on in the Nye County Sheriff's Office, from training to the detention centers, helping with patrol, putting together a training cadre. Was the very first one that Nye County had ever had that were paid to be trainers and trained to be trainers. We went a little bit further. We had the opportunity to get the ICE contract, which for the very first time in the history of Nye County required us to have one, medical in our jails, and two, it required us to meet all of the governmental standards. That was the first. We got it put together. We got our medical first. That was in 2016.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. Certainly haven't had any free time the last 5 years, but it's been fun, and it's slowly, hopefully, I'll have some time to myself in the next couple of months here.
Studies have shown that alcohol sales increased throughout the pandemic. We'll tell you more right after the break. Stick around.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Well, data shows alcohol sales have increased during the pandemic. Stress, boredom, and loneliness may be driving some people to drink, but excessive alcohol use has health risks, including liver disease, heart problems, and accidents. So how do you know if you're drinking too much?
We usually ask our patients is, at any time in the year, have you ever had 4 drinks or more in a day for women or 5 drinks or more for men? And that's for us is considered high-risk drinking.
Dr. Akhil Anand is an addiction psychiatrist with Cleveland Clinic. He says some people drink when they're stressed, but it's a myth that alcohol is a stress reliever. He adds drinking initially removes inhibitions and may suppress negative emotions in the short term, but over time, chronic alcohol use can lead to worsening anxiety and mental health issues. So, when should we be concerned about our drinking habits?
You intend to drink 1 drink rather than, but you end up drinking more. And if it's coming to a point where you can't cut back on drinking and you're spending a lot of time either recovering from alcohol or thinking about alcohol, these are huge red flags that, you should try to address as quickly as possible.
If you're concerned about your drinking or worried about a loved one's drinking habits, Dr. Anand encourages reaching out to a medical professional by phone or virtually. He says there are also many online resources available to help assess and manage stress and alcohol use.
For today's Save a Pet, we meet Bella. This very energetic and lovable dog is available for adoption at Desert Haven Animal Society. And that's where we find Darbie O'Donnell, who tells us more about Bella.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darbie here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Bella. Bella is a 2-year-old German Shepherd. Beautiful girl, so unbelievably friendly, has a lot of energy, is really sweet and soft, and she's just precious, honestly. She has the classic German Shepherd colors with the light beige and then the black accents like on her nose and her eyes and down her back. She is a dog that's going to need a lot of attention and a very strong leader for training. She obviously does go and calms down eventually after trying to go and kiss you to death. But she would do honestly. She would be a wonderful family dog. She just needs someone who has a lot of strong training skills for her and a leader that she can look up to in her household. So if you want to come and see Bella or any of her friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society, please give them a call ahead of time to make an appointment, 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. Do you want to say anything, Bella?
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, it's John Kohler on location for Channel 25 KPVM. We're here at the Nugget, which has got a great thing tomorrow, a blood drive. Vitalant Company and the Nugget have partnering together. There's a blood drive tomorrow from 9 to 3. You can be a blood hero, and if you want to sign up to get your blood drawn, mybloodhero.com is the website you visit. They especially like folks that have already had COVID. You've got those antibodies. Ooh, your blood is valuable. Come on down. 9 to 3 tomorrow here. It's the Nugget, Vitalant, and mybloodhero.com. Check it out. We'll tell you about the weather and everything you can expect this weekend. Bunch of wind. Oh my. We'll tell you all about it when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. And happy Martin Luther King Day. Lots been said about the civil rights leader. Nobody talks about his bowling. Was a scratch 180 bowler in the Birmingham Men's Recreational League. Fun fact for you on a Monday. Hey, how about that? Up in Fernley, 51 degrees for a high today, 27 for a low. Down to Fallon, you're at 52 degrees for a high today, 22 for a low. I just made that up. I thought it was fun, though. Carson City, I'm giving you the Carson City shrug. There you go. Carson City, 50 degrees for a high today, 29 for a low. Tonopah, you're all the way up to 48 degrees. 19 degrees is your low this evening. What have you done wrong? Goldfield, 50 degrees for a high today, 22 for your low. Out in Beatty, it's 62. At the gateway to Death Valley, oh yeah, 37 degrees for a low tonight. In Amargosa, 68 degrees for a high, 41 for a low. In Las Vegas, 69 is all you need to make Johnny some money. Oh yeah, 47 for a low tonight. Death Valley, you're all the way up to 80 degrees and 52 for a low. And here in the Paradise in Pahrump, where the air is clear and the grass is irrigated, 59 degrees is our current temperature. 67 was our high today. We got away all the way up to 67. Felt pretty good, except for the wind, 15 miles per hour coming out of the north. What are you going to do? 14% humidity this morning as the sun rose at 6:53 a.m. It's been cloudy, making some beautiful colors, and including the sunset just before broadcast at 4:56 p.m. Humidity sticking with us about 22%. Hardly feels like a desert, does it? It's kind of nice. Northeasterly winds to 22 miles per hour tonight. It is going to blow, and that'll be interesting. Actually, this whole week it's going to be kind of interesting with the wind coming and going. Tuesday, looks like they're calming down to about 10-mile-per-hour winds out of the north. Kicking up again for the weekend, kind of ferociously Friday and Saturday, 18 and 11-mile-per-hour winds, hanging with us a little bit and calming down Sunday and coming back with a ferocious 13-mile-per-hour wind on Monday. Temperature's going to be hanging into the lower 60s until the weekend, and then we're dropping 10 degrees. So making plans, it's all pretty pleasant. I kind of like it. Thanks for enjoying your Martin Luther King Day with us on the news. Here's back to the desk with Missy and Deanna.
Besides that wind that we are experiencing for 20 to 30 mile an hour winds through tomorrow, they're also saying that the winds will be back here in Pahrump on Friday. And they're also expecting snow up in the Spring Mountains and as well in Tonopah. So we'll see how that pans out throughout the week.
You kind of like that wind because you never know what you're going to get in your yard, huh? Are you hoping for a trampoline?
Yeah, you get a trampoline. I get lawn furniture. Sometimes I get a pet, small dog. You know,
okay, exciting. Well, you'll let us know, right?
I always have a new hairdo.
All right.
We all share our stuff around here. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.